The title of this video is not clickbait. Well, it's kind of clickbait, but I actually mean it. This video only needs one view, and that's Elle. Thank you. I'm not 100% sure how to actually put any of this into real words, so I'm going to try over this video format and see what happens. But if anyone else is watching, I did a quantum healing session with Elle from Soulstar Vision last night, and it would only really be describable by magic. I have no idea how it works, but it's something that has really inspired me to learn more and to really kick this into a higher gear more than ever. And it's a very simple process. Reached out to Elle, we decided on a time, and I laid down on my bed for an hour. I had headphones in, listening to some nice, I think it was 936 hertz music from Meditative Mind. I got a link for them down below in the description. Their stuff is amazing. And I just laid in my bed wearing a blackout mask, which was kind of nice. I like to meditate with that. And for an hour, I just laid there and it felt like I was immediately in a trance and in almost like a really deep meditation. And it almost felt like I was kind of talking with Elle. And I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember everything that was kind of like brought up, but there was some incredible feelings going through. And then when it was all over, it was 6 o'clock and it had been an hour-long session. And at 6 o'clock, I had a voice in my head that was like, okay. And I got up and looked at my phone. It was 6:07 or something. I was like, oh, wow, like my body did wake me up or something woke me up. And then afterwards, Elle sent me some voice recordings of what had happened and some tarot and stuff that's involved with the session. And I listened to those in a peculiar way, maybe, but I listened to those while I was walking home. I had dinner with my parents afterwards, and I was listening to those later at night walking home. It was like pitch black outside. I was walking through a park, and even the synchronicities are mind-boggling. Earlier that day, I had listened to a video from Elle talking about doing a walk in nature in the dark. Now, this was downtown in a city. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, and it wasn't like pitch black, but it was dark out and there was just some street lamps and stuff, and I was mostly sticking to, we have this lovely canal that runs through our cities, and I was mostly sticking around the water and stuff, and not a very bright area of the city, but it's beautiful at night. And I was listening to these, and it was the best way that I can describe it. It felt like I was just really, really high. I had not smoked at all in the last couple days though, so it had nothing to do with smoking, but it was like a feeling of just being completely out of control in a good way. I was listening to Elle speak to me and some light language that she had done for me, and it just felt like another worldly experience. And I know in my heart that something worked. Again, I am so new to all this process that I've just been learning more and more every day about it. But I know that it works. And I know that it's the future. And I think that it has something to do with belief. So Elle, from my perspective, again, if this video only gets one view and it's you, thank you. But from my perspective, I've gotten to a point now where I believe in this work. I believe in these other aspects of reality, right? So we call this reality just this three-dimensional reality, but I think personally that reality is much larger than that. And I like to consider all these different realms and these beings and this expanded universe to be my reality, right? And that's what I believe now. I believed that for some time, but this just absolutely anchored it in. And it has given me some additional work to do, some things to focus on, some things to know. And this video is not me sharing specifically what went on in that healing session. But Elle was able to describe certain aspects of things that have happened to me in the last while, in my life, in my feelings, that she would have absolutely no way of knowing. Period. Okay? She could, we could look at this as someone who looked me up or Googled. There's no way that personal aspects of this are on the internet. Fact. So the only logical conclusion is that this works and it's real. And I feel so blessed to have had the experience and the opportunity to come into this from a background of engineering and completely not knowing anything about the higher realms, let's call them, of reality. And looking at this now and going, yep, that makes complete
Here are some popular
sense.
Ed Sheeran songs.
Hey Siri, stop. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble on YouTube, but whatever. Siri, you're bad. Now, what was I saying? This is factual, okay? So, Elle, I've seen you in a couple of videos. I guarantee you're shorter than me. I'm sitting down right now, but I'm like 6'2". So that is one of those aspects there where it just, yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you know, and that's just one little snippet of what she was describing with plasma bodies and stuff, and it's unreal to me, and I'm now inspired to learn and to educate myself and to know so much more about what's going on here. There is so much more to this reality than we see right here in front of our faces, right, guys? We need to open our minds. And that doesn't mean in any way to stop living your life, right? I still have a job. I'm working on these YouTube videos. I've got some product placement. But at the end of the day, why are we limiting ourselves to just what we're seeing in front of us in a little box? Okay? I love computers. I love TV. I love technology. And I understand how it works from a physics level, you went to university, took physics, and understand how to build a CPU level, okay? I understand how electricity flows and how these different components interact with each other. I can't put together a computer socket because I don't have the funding, let's be honest here. But I know how to build a computer. I understand how that works. So at a base level, knowing how that works, I can also admit that we don't know how it all works, okay? We can say that an electron goes from A to B, but it doesn't really, right? Does it really travel? Does it do, like, we can get into the quantum physics of this to a crazy level, but what we need to do as a society is to accept that people like Elle, again, thank you, Elle, are doing real work, are doing real incredible stuff. And I'm making it my goal now to wrap my little scientific brain, my understanding from where I'm at, around how some of this stuff actually works and how it can serve and how we can help heal so many people and come back to the beliefs that we matter, right? I think that's a huge thing for me. A part of the healing to share had a lot to do with my heart. And for a really long time, probably to my own reasons, I shut that down. I closed that off a lot because I didn't understand a lot of things. But now I'm ready to open that up, and I'm opening it up, and I'm trying to let so much more of reality in. And this is just the tip of an incredible journey. And I feel so blessed to have met people like Elle. Again, her channel's linked down below. If you are in any way interested in light language, shameless plug, go check her out. I've got a list of a bunch of channels down below that I think are relevant to me. And if you've seen my stuff, then maybe they're relevant a little bit to you. So in summary, thank you, Elle. I have so many incredible questions that I could probably rant about this for an hour. But I really hope you do get a chance to see this. because I think that this medium of the internet, you being all the way on Vancouver Island, me being in Ottawa, it doesn't matter. We're thousands of kilometers apart, but when we make the decision to connect with each other, it's otherworldly. And you made me cry. Thank you.